All right, prop the mic. We're live on Christmas Eve, coming to you with the podcast for the 5 NBA Christmas Day games, the famous NBA Christmas slate. Always a fun day, like we've said earlier. Even more fun than NFL Thanksgiving Day for us, at least. But nice to see you, Dave. As always, prop the mic is presented by Props.Cash. We could not do what we do without Props.Cash. So if you're ready to level up your prop betting game, use code PTM at sign up to get 25% off your first month of Props.Cash. How's the Christmas spirit over in your house, Dave?
Very high, very high.
High? Yeah, high alert.
Yeah, kids are
Yeah.
screaming like very excited Santa's coming, and I'm just trying to find props in the at the same time. It's very difficult.
Which your wife appreciates very much.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest times of the year to do what we do. We got
Yes.
family obligations while we're trying to do our analysis. But you know what? You got to do it, right? There's a lot of big games, and
Yeah,
find some good spots. So
got to squeeze it all in. It's that time of year.
Squeeze it all in. And this is kind of a cool thing with the holidays right around the weekend. You do get football today, you get football tomorrow.
Yeah.
You had football yesterday, and then you also have a bunch of great college basketball games you get, and then the NBA slate. So I'm ready to dive into it. You ready to talk some hoops?
Let's do it. We got some nice picks for these games. So a ton of props aren't out yet. So really just talking about the big stars. I don't even know if any of the injury reports were released yet. So we're kind of doing this. It's probably a little bit early, but I think we still got some good stuff to give out here.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, really a lot of the role player props are not out yet. But at the same point, I looked just like at last year's Christmas games, and I know you're going to talk about some of these, but like the standouts were all the stars, right? Embiid had 35, Harden 29, LeBron 38, Tatum 41, Giannis 27, Ja had 46, Jokic 41, and Shamit had 31. So that was the one role player who stood out amongst all the stars.
Shamit face. All right.
So, but yeah, let's dive into our first game of tomorrow. It starts at noon. We go from all the way noon Eastern time all the way up to 10:30 p.m. And the first game, oddly, this is the weirdest of all the games. It's Bucks at Knicks, but for some weird reason, they scheduled this game to occur yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then they repeat it tomorrow. Like, talk about taking all the drama out of this game, right? Like,
I know. And they also just played in the tournament game, like what was it, 2 weeks ago? Not even, right?
So
yeah.
I think I don't know. This is probably the game that I'm least excited about, but I would expect a better showing from the Knicks. But let's start there. What do you like in that game?
All right, let's go with the Knicks' new starting center here, Isaiah Hartenstein. Mitchell Robinson's out probably for the year, so Hartenstein has taken over starting center duties. I like his rebound line at 9.5. Rebounds were what was popping out in our model here. You got to look at his stats. You got to use those filters for him because minutes are up, obviously, now that he's starting. So let's look. I looked at him at 30 plus minutes. He's cleared that in 7 of his last 8 games, averaging 12.3 rebounds per game. If you look at him at home, at only 28 minutes plus played, he's cleared in 6 of 7 at home with 28 plus minutes, averaging 11.7 rebounds per game. And I think he in the game, whenever that was, last night, right? He had what do you have, 13 rebounds in that game?
He did. He had 13 rebounds and he played 33 minutes. So yeah, they don't really have a solution now that Mitch is out. So this is the guy. So
yeah, that's it. That's it.
He's been a pretty serviceable backup. We'll see how he does. Kind of as the long-term solution. I think the Knicks will be out there, probably making a trade. But this one kind of surprised me, just because I didn't think that center rebounds against Milwaukee was a great spot. But but yeah, Randall's rebounds are down and Hartenstein's rebounds are up. So I think it's a good spot.
Yeah, I like it quite a bit. Yeah, I think it's too low. I think you'll see this line go up, to 10.5 over the next couple days.
Yeah, and I think we're getting some value right now with locking these in today, because I think the focus right now for most people is locking in their football bets for today.
Yeah.
And even like DraftKings hasn't released the props yet, so you go up on FanDuel, you lock these in this morning, and then just kind of come back tomorrow. I think you'll find that you got a lot of value, because I think they're all going to shoot up over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
All right, let's stay on that side of the ball. I see. I'm looking at our cheat sheet here. I see you got Brunson and Randall. So who do you want to talk about?
Start with Brunson.
Okay.
We've spoken about it quite a bit on the pod here. Point guards against Milwaukee are just crushing. And Jalen Brunson was one of our reference points when we bring this up, with his 45-point explosion against Milwaukee earlier this season. In 3 games against Milwaukee, 36 last night, 24 in, I believe that was the knockout round of the in-season tournament, and then 45 earlier in the season. Point guards against Milwaukee, averaging the most points per minute of any matchup this season, point guard matchup this season. So I like him, although points were not the one that was really popping out in our model. It was actually his assists that were, which I think was a play you were leaning towards. So, maybe a play on Brunson if you wanted to, maybe bring the points down, because he is a lot safer, a lot nicer at 23, 24 points. So I don't know. What do you think about maybe alting those two down and doing a point assist parlay?
I mean, it makes sense the way you describe it, but I don't want to get too cute with this one. I mean, it's just like you said, point guards versus the Bucks. It's like let's just take a look at point guards versus the Bucks. So 36 there. Although to be fair, if you look, recent trend, let's see a decent. All right, you got Van Vliet crossed his line.
Even Cole Anthony
crushed his line. Yeah, Cole Anthony, crushed his line. So none of these like explosive games. Halliburton had 27. That was the Brunson game you mentioned. And then Trae Young had 32. So that's all in the month of December. There's a lot of good data points that say just continue to play his points, especially at home. I would be comfortable with that, but you could do PA. You could do 24 points and probably 5 or 6 assists is probably also nice. So
yeah.
His assist, it was more of a lean than a strong play. It was popping in the model, so I gave it a look. He's cleared. Let's take a look at home. He's cleared in 5 straight games at home, so 8, 7, 8, 9, and 7. That last one was against Milwaukee, so I think that's a good spot. Although he is traditionally more of like a 4.5, 5.5 type assist guy. So now that's creeped up to 6.5. That concerns me a little bit. So if you're worried about this one, worry about the points, bring them both down, put them together. You get a nice little parlay, and he'll probably cash. So I think that's a good spot for Brunson. Let's talk about Julius. Julius was one of the guys who had a big game. He had 25 points last Christmas. And
35.
35 last Christmas, 25 the year before, right?
Yep.
What else you got on Julius?
So not much. I mean, what his assists were popping out in the model here, but I don't know. I don't know if it's. I know we just spoke about Brunson points, so I would kind of lean that way. I just wanted to bring up the fact that he had like 2 really big Christmas Day games over the last couple of years. 47 PRA and 40 PRA the last 2 seasons on Christmas Day. So his line's actually, I think, 38.5 PRA. So that was something I was looking at. But I don't know. I find it hard to take to take the over on Brunson and over on Randall too. I feel like they're probably both not going to get there. So I think you have to you got to pick your side on this one. What's your feel?
I don't know. My gut was telling me I mean, they both did just get there in the last game. So I think that gives me some comfort. My gut, before I even started looking into the game, was to go with Randall. I just think he's been really consistent of late. 25.5 points is a lot for him though. So I think we got to be careful on this one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling on either of these guys. If I had to choose one, I'd probably go with Brunson just because it's a better matchup, right?
Yeah, I like the Brunson matchup, though. Randall's had success. It's surprising. You think he's going to have Giannis defense on him, so he probably wouldn't be too successful. But I think he's had success against the Bucks. So yeah, I don't know. I would also lean Brunson as well, though.
Yeah. All right, and actually, you had one more Nick to talk about, former Buck. What do you got on Dante?
Yeah, I just wanted to discuss it. I don't have a strong play on this. The lines actually just came out, but I wanted to take a look. But now with Mitchell Robinson being out, it's put some of the rotation for the Knicks in flux there. Look at his point and even rebound output in games without Mitch this season. He's got some nice big scoring games. Not super consistent, but 21, 18, 23, and then just 11 last night. So I don't know, just wanted to point it out there because you have this new rotation that they're adjusting to and playing, revenge narrative against his team that drafted him, which we always like. So but you can see the minutes are a little up and down, but just wanted to call this out.
Yeah, they're up and down. It looks like his minutes are on the uptrend. I mean, if you just look at 20 plus minutes for him this season, he's cleared in all 4 games without Mitch. And let's see. Yeah, he's
pretty good.
10 of 14. He's okay. He's okay. He's not on the floor enough for me to get excited about it. But
that's the
good
problem.
spot. And this is going up against his old team, so it's probably pretty good. Let's talk about a play that I was excited about. I like Chris Middleton. I just think he's rising in many ways right now, but his playing time is really nice. So this is not a traditional chart that I would get excited about. We're looking at 25.5 PRA minus 105, and you can see he's only got a 25% hit rate this season, but I like the recent trend. If you look, he's cleared in 4 of his last 7 games. And if you look yesterday, he played over 30 minutes. If we just take the minutes filter up to 29 minutes, you could see that he's cleared the PRA in 4 out of 5 games this season, only missing one, the one that he did miss by 1 point, 1 rebound, or 1 assist. If we include last season too, same deal. Look at that consistency. He's cleared in 16 of 19 games. The only games that he missed by 1 PRA or 2 PRA. So I think he's back to getting 29 plus minutes a game. I would expect another big output from him in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, seems pretty good. I remember him doing pretty well against the Knicks. I think in that knockout round game, maybe it was. Forget which one. Yeah, look at that.
Now you can see exactly why he's been priced at 25.5. So if again, this is the first book that came out with it, FanDuel. If you can find this on another book for 24.5, then I would jump all over it because that does push his hit rates up even further. So I love this play.
All right, nice one.
All right, let's go to the second game. We got the Warriors Nuggets at 2:30 p.m. Let's start on the Warriors side. You got anything there?
Yeah, don't love this play. Just don't get excited about playing Klay Thompson so much these days. But he has been playing better as of late. What was popping out in our model was his rebounds. And if you look at what he's done against Denver, he's cleared. The line is 3.5. He's cleared his last 3 games against Denver, 6, 5, and 4. You can see right there. He's cleared in 9 of his last 12 games overall, averaging 4.6 rebounds per game. He's also cleared in 6 of his last 8 road games, averaging 4.8. So I don't know. Nice history, recent history against Denver. Not sure what's exactly behind this. I don't love it still, but I don't know. I think there's enough data to support an over here on Clay 3.5 rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, is he? Let's see what he does without Draymond, right? Overall, no, I mean, it's not really like a, you would think Draymond coming out would open some opportunities for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of love him taking him down to 3 rebounds and putting that with something else.
Yeah,
like
that sounds better to me too.
So okay, so you just gave out a leg for parlay. Let's see if we can find another potential opportunity in this game. Nothing for Steph, huh? I'm looking at the list.
No, I didn't end up with anything for Steph.
Yeah, I mean, this does seem like a big opportunity. He missed out on last year's Christmas game. I think he was injured in for that one. So
He was. I could tell you what he did in 2021, though. On Christmas Day, he went 33 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, going 5 for 16 from 3. And in 2020, in a blowout loss to the Bucks, he had 19 points, also 4 rebounds, also 6 assists. The reason why he only had the 19 is he went 2 for 10 from 3 in that game. But I like the consistency of the 4 rebounds and 6 assists for Steph there. So I don't know, it might be something there.
Yeah, the 4 assists was all 4 assists was popping on our alt model too this morning. So that's another leg that you could throw in. But let's go to the Denver side. Let's start with the big man, Jokic. What do you like for Jokic? Anything?
I didn't have anything, but I mean, he just absolutely crushed on Christmas Day last year, going 41, 15, and 15. Monster triple double. So I think he'd be a safe play, but I don't know. Lines are inflated. Look at that 13.5 rebound line. So I couldn't find something that I loved here, but obviously he's probably in a great spot against this Draymond-less Warriors team.
Yeah, I don't even know what to play. I mean, this game could be a
blowout,
a big blowout.
Yeah.
So I think Jokic is probably not the spot to play, even though he could very well put up a similar game.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something, I don't even know what his triple double is, but that's probably a good spot. You get to kind of reduce the rebounds down a bit. You get to reduce the assist. The assist is actually 9.5. So that could be a good spot. But let's pass on Jokic. Let's go to Jamal Murray. What do you like for Jamal?
Just Jokic triple double on FanDuel's plus 150.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the rebounds and the points are a no-brainer. So you're really kind of getting the assist line, which is currently plus 104. You're getting that bumped all the way up to plus 150. That's pretty good value there.
It is.
All right, Jamal Murray. What do you like for Jamal?
All right, another one that was not like majorly sticking out in our model. That was calling out for a slight lean on points. His points line is 21.5. But what I like, the reason I'm calling it out here is you look at his last 2 games against Golden State. Steph did play in both of these games. He had 26 and 33 points in his last 2 games against Golden State. So really, that's the play here. It's popping out in the model a bit. He'll get good minutes, but like Dave just said, there's definitely blowout potential in here. Though I think the line is low enough that if Murray's cooking, I think even in a blowout he can get to the 22 points.
Yeah, and if you're not comfortable with that, take him down to 20. That seems to be a really safe spot for him.
Yeah.
You could have gotten, like a week ago, you could have got Jamal Murray for like 17 points, when he first came back, or when he was first ramping up. So he's definitely come up a lot in the last week, which we can see here. Actually, is the actual line on props.cash. You could see it was probably maybe like a week and a half ago is what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
See, his line was all the way down here, which was probably around the 16-point mark, and then it quickly shot up to almost 20, and now we're kind of hovering around that 20 mark. So, all right, let's go to it wouldn't be a prop to Mike show if we didn't talk about Michael Porter Jr. So what do you like for MPJ?
Can you take a guess what prop it is on Michael Porter Jr.?
It's always rebounds. So.
Always. And 6.5. He had 8 on Christmas Day last year. His last 2 games against Golden State, 8 and 11. Very nice. And if he gets the minutes, he should get there. When he plays 30 minutes, he's cleared in 15 of his last 21 games, averaging 8 rebounds per game. If you look at home with 30 minutes, last 7 of 9 at home with 30 minutes, averaging 8.5 rebounds per game. So I know his minutes are, we could take a look. I feel like his minutes have been a little up and down.
Yeah, I mean, what concerns me is the last 4 games, 4-6, 4-6, and his minutes have actually been up. I mean, other than the Dallas game, 32, 34, 30. So I don't really know what's going on there.
Some bad luck, I think.
Some bad luck. I think there's a lot of competition for rebounds on this team. I think Murray is good for 4 or 5 rebounds a game. I think I think obviously Jokic will pull in 13 rebounds, and Aaron Gordon is been rebounding 5-6 rebounds a game. So that's a challenge. It's not like miss a shot and Porter gets the rebound definitively. It's you got to kind of fight for the rebound a little bit.
Yeah, but if it's his day, he could like get there in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the Oklahoma game.
Yeah,
he had 11, so that wasn't that long ago. So, yeah, I think it's probably good value, and this is probably the team to take the risk on. So, MPJ 6.5 rebounds, nice.
All right,
all right. Let's go to the man I was just mentioning, Aaron Gordon. What do you like for Gordon?
So Gordon assists are what was popping out in the model here, over 2.5 assists, and the reason. Well, the reason why was the matchup, and then we found some nice trends to go along with this. So 9 of his last 11 home games, averaging 4.3 assists in his last 11 home games. A lot of green in that chart there.
Yeah.
And then if we look at his home games with 30-plus minutes, 7 of his last 8 home games with 30-plus minutes, averaging 4.6 assists per game. So like almost doubling up his line. Very nice. 3 straight. There you go. 3 straight against Golden State. 3, 7, and 3.
Wow.
Yeah. So nice success against Golden State as well. So this seems like a nice spot at home for AG. Get those 3 assists. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I really think he's playing great of late. If you just look at his points, right, he's like 12 plus points almost every single game in the last week or so. Rebounds, super consistent, like 5 rebounds almost every game. So I put together just a little parlay on him. I do like the assist prop. I love that home trend. I didn't realize that was a thing. But right now, the only way to build a kind of an altered parlay right now is on FanDuel with the fixed lines that they have. So you can do 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists for minus 128. I will take that up as soon as they allow you to kind of bring that from the fixed buckets up to higher numbers. You can go as high as 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. At home, he's had 12 points in 10 of 11, 5 rebounds in 10 of 11, and 2 assists in 11 of 11. So that's going to give you probably plus 130, plus 140. I think that's tremendous value.
I love that. That is as soon as those become available, that's getting placed. I love that, Dave.
Yeah, if once DraftKings releases the props, you should be able to get that there. Or if not, then you'll have to wait like probably sometime tomorrow morning for FanDuel to release the kind of the more granular alt variations that they.
Yeah, hopefully those should be out earlier than usual because of the day off today and the long wait between games. So that would be nice. So. Yeah,
but yeah, no, lots of great props I think on the Denver side. So whichever of those you like, go lock those in now. Let's move on to the next game. We get the Celtics and the Lakers. Lakers are getting 2.5 at home. Totals 234.5. Who do you like in this one?
I couldn't find much for this game. I don't know. We were talking about this the other day. The Lakers are tough to cap. I don't know.
Very tough.
We just have trouble with the Lakers. Also, you don't know possibly what Porzingis' status is. So I don't have much for this game, but I did want to call out Jason Tatum, not a guy that was popping out for any props in our model. I think the matchup as a forward against the Lakers is not great, and that's the reason why. But did want to call out what he's done on Christmas Day the last 2 years. Last year, he went 41-7-5 on Christmas Day. Christmas Day 21, 25 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. So I think obviously Tatum will play big minutes in this game. This is going to be a popular game. Christmas Day in LA. So I think a nice you could work up something nice for Tatum. I think you put a little something together, right?
No, I didn't have anything for Tatum.
Sorry. No.
You did that.
That's right. That's right. That was me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. 25 points, which you did each of the last 2 years. 8 rebounds. I actually prefer this. I think at 7 rebounds when that's available. I think I might bring it down to 7 and 4 assists. The 25, 8, and 4 is plus 175 on FanDuel right now. I think that's nice. And I think when the 7 rebounds comes out, I think, you could probably still get plus money, if not, almost even money on that parlay. So I think that would be a nice spot for Tatum tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 2 games that he played against the Lakers last year. He cleared all of those props, right?
Yes.
Right. He had 44 points and 30. He had 9 rebounds and 11 rebounds, and he had 6 assists and 4 assists. So in addition to the Christmas stats that he provided, he also has a good history against the Lakers. Very different Lakers team, but I don't know. He's just the kind of guy. I don't see him being passive in this game. So I was looking for my Derek White props. They didn't come out yet, right?
I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah,
no.
It's too bad. He's just been totally on fire of late.
Yeah, seems like a good spot for Derek White tomorrow.
But I do think Jaylen Brown's worth a look in this game. I just think he's like really been playing well of late. I don't know why I wrote green Jaylen Brown. So, again, he's also got a pretty good track record in the last season against the Lakers, 25 points and 37 points. And then if you just look in the last 10 games, last 4 games, 31, 28, 28, 24. He seems to be very confident right now, which I think is very important for his game. I think when his shot's going down, he could be one of the best players in the league. So just watching a couple of their recent games, he really seems to be looking to score first and not pass a whole lot. So I think he's in a great spot here, and I think the Celtics as a whole are playing pretty well. So I think he's a good for 23.5 points as well.
Yeah, he was actually he was popping out big in the model. I think points, rebounds, and assists were all nice spots for him. So yeah, I think he's exactly. Seems like he's in store for a nice game tomorrow.
Definitely. All right, let's talk about the what do we got next? We got the Sixers and the Heat. Heat are getting 1.5 points at home. Totals 226.5. So this is the lowest total of the game of the day. Let's start on the. Actually, we just have two picks in this game, right? So let's start with
and not even real. It's kind of like a parlay I put together. This game is a little tough. You do have there's lines out on Jimmy. I don't think the injury report is official yet, but excuse me. I think seems like Jimmy would be playing based on the availability of his lines. What was that?
I think he'll play. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a little, they haven't played, Hero came back, Jimmy went out. So that's a little, you kind of want to see how that'll play out. But I like, let's go at least to the Philly side here. I think Maxey is in a nice spot here. His line, I think, is 25.5. The only thing I really came up with, I thought putting Maxey and Hero together, 25 each, or even when it becomes available, 24 each, seems even nicer. But you have the back-to-back first-round picks out of Kentucky going up against each other. I don't know if they have too much history, but I just thought this was a nice spot. I can see the guards. It's hard to. I guess Maxey and Embiid can both get there, right? It's hard to pick against Embiid lately with how well he's been playing, but
Yeah,
a pick on Maxey is not necessarily a pick against Embiid.
no, but I do think there's been several games this year where Maxey's been in a really good scoring spot and
Yeah.
hasn't I think it was 2 games against Detroit. We played one of them and then we laid off the second one, and he just was in a tremendous spot. But then Embiid just took over. You saw Embiid had 41 points in one game and 35 in the other. So that even though Maxey still probably put up decent games, he wasn't getting to his 25 points. So I think looking at Embiid, I wouldn't necessarily fade Embiid given how
but Bam is tough. Bam is tough.
Bam is tough on Embiid.
Yeah.
So if you look at his last 2 matchups versus Bam, I believe Bam played in these 27 and 21. Let's just and I think Bam is back, right? Yeah. He's been playing. So Bam played in both of those games. So I think this is a tough matchup for Embiid. I wouldn't necessarily play the under, but what that does is it kind of favors Maxey to go over. So and then if you look at, let's go back to Maxey. If you look at Max at point guards versus the Heat, it's a very, very good matchup that we should be taking advantage of. So like you said, Maxey's point line is 25.5. Last time he played the Heat, he had 27. And if you scroll down on Props.cash to the point guards versus Miami, Trae Young, pretty good comp, had 30. Cole Anthony on a line of 12.5 had 20. Who else we got? Io had 24. Terry back-to-back 28 and 34. I think that's a great matchup. A great comp for him. Halliburton had 44 back here, and Lillard had 32. So lots of good examples of point guards that have dominated the Heat. I think Maxey's in a good spot to get his 25, 26 points.
Yeah. I think it's worth noting Bam was also popping out in our model here, but he also seems to have trouble with Embiid. I think it's just a difficult matchup for both of them down low there. So I think that's that favors the guards here. Just don't know how Jimmy factors into that on the Miami side. But that was kind of why I went with the Maxey Hero parlay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, and then let's go to the last game. We got the Mavs Suns, which is a 10:30 game on Christmas Day. I want to meet all the people that go to that game. I actually want to have a podcast where we interview a couple of them and just understand how they, on Christmas Day get away with going to a 10:30.
Well, it is only 7:30 on the West Coast.
Oh, right. This is in Phoenix. All right.
Yeah,
so it's the same. So fine. We'll interview them and we'll interview the Sixers Heat
yes.
people that are going at 8:00 at night on Christmas Day. I just want to understand what family dynamic they have. Are they bringing the family? Are they
it's family tradition, for some people. If they go to the I like the Knicks always do it early. They always have the noon game. That fits a lot better for me. So
maybe they're the black sheep of the family and they kind of go and do Christmas by themselves. Maybe they don't celebrate Christmas. So I'm sure there's lots of stories. I would love to hear some of those. All right. What's popping for you in this game?
All right. What's popping here? Where are we?
Dallas Phoenix.
Here we go. All right. Booker, this is a play we got. We did not cash on the other day. It was also popping in the model. Booker rebounds over 4.5. I think 4 is a nice leg. I don't know if that was in the alt builder one, but four rebounds is a nice leg to play, I think. But even at 4.5, he's cleared in 11 of his last 16 games on 2 days rest.
Wow.
averaging 5.9 rebounds. And if you look at games on 2 days rest, when he's played 28 plus minutes, he's cleared in 11 of 14, averaging 6.3 rebounds per game. So I don't know, that extra rest seems to help Book out in the rebounding department. But yeah, I see you have up there against Dallas, not great. So, but at 4, it's better. So I think 4 is definitely a nice leg to a parlay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he doesn't he's not really in rebounding position very much after watching him, and it makes sense because offensive rebounds are going to be minimal given where he shoots the ball, and defensively Durant seems to suck those up, and also Nurk. I don't know, is Nurk in or out of this game? I didn't even look day to day. They looked absolutely terrible without him. So this is going to be a terrible game if he doesn't play.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that one. I mean, their offense just looked stagnant. And it makes sense. We've been talking about Nurk all season, like how they run the offense through him. So they looked a little bit lost without him, and we're just trying to find pieces to kind of replace him with. So hopefully he's back.
Yeah,
so we get a good game here. All right, that's fine. I like Booker there. Let's just talk about Luka real quick. I know neither of us, had a play per se on him, but he's just on fire, and it kind of feels like this is a game where he would excel. What do you think?
Yeah, I liked him. If you look at what he's done his last 2 Christmas days, last year, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He didn't play on Christmas Day 21, but he did Christmas Day 2020. He had 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. So yeah, I also like I was looking at like a, just like we did with Tatum, like a Luka point, rebound, and assist parlay. Slightly altered down. I think that's a nice spot here. Kyrie's still out, right? He's gonna be out for a while. So yeah, I think so much usage for him, so many minutes. I think this is a good spot for something like that on Luka.
Yeah, I mean these are his games without Kyrie. So if you look, he's cleared 33 points in almost all of them recently. Yeah, I think he's also in a great spot for a triple double, like we said for Jokic. He's had 10 rebounds in 4 straight games. Although I would keep an eye on the status of Derek Lively. If Lively plays or does not play, that probably has a big impact on the rebounds. And then the assists, he's almost getting 10 assists in every game without Kyrie. So I think there's lots of good options to alt these down, put together, maybe like a 30-10 and 30-10 assist and 8 rebounds.
So 38 and 8 is minus 119 on FanDuel.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
We could juice that up a little bit on one of those. All right. Very nice. Anything else for these games?
No, I think that does it. I think, obviously we did this a little bit early today. So there'll be some other lines out. So if anything else is really popping when some of the other lines come out for some of the role players and Derek White especially, we'll look to get something up on X. But everyone enjoy the holidays. And I hope Santa is good to everyone, and hope the betting is even better. So let's enjoy Christmas Eve, Christmas Day for those who celebrate. We'll see you back next week, and let's everyone make some money over the holidays.